guys, it's Heaven, a 19-year-old married American living in Mexico, and today we're going to talk about manifesting. Now, this is my usual content, and I understand that, but if you are not interested in this being some of my content, then you can go ahead and leave. But if you do like the manifestation side of YouTube, please settle down.
Hey, I need you to be about we. If you put a limit on your love, then count me. Girl, I know my selfish ways be OD, but I just express in ways you don't see. Yeah, and you should know that.
Today, I want to talk about how I manifested marrying my SP through the law of assumption. I met my now husband on the Wiz app when I was 15 years old. It wasn't nothing serious back then. It was supposed to be just like a little fun summer person to hang out with and do relationship stuff with. But then it got serious. So if you don't know, everything in your life is a manifestation. Everything. I mean every single thing. Every point in your life right now, everything that you went through, everything that you're going through is because of you. Hard pill to swallow. I understand it. So I manifested our breakup, and I manifested us getting back together, and I manifested getting married, all this like that. So I'm gonna start now. Okay, so I have huge abandonment issues. Watching people internally, my life has really done some things to me, like my best friends, like my dad, different family members, different people in my life have all left, and that probably is because of me too. Well, definitely is because of me, because everything is manifestation, but that has caused problems within myself, and I projected on everyone else. So when I was in this relationship, I always thought he was gonna leave, so I tried to do it first, but like he never let me. And then he said he wanted to go to school, and yeah, he was going to school already, but doing online school, and he wanted to go back in person. I was like, back in person so you can abandon me like everybody else? Hell nah. So that was something I frequently said, was like, let's just break up now, because you would end up going to school and then leaving me for somebody else. Like, I'm just gonna, cut it off at the neck right now, because why would I wait for you to leave me? He's like, I'm not leaving you, I'm not leaving you, I'm not leaving you. But and I'm telling you, like, I was so hell-bent on it. I told my mom that was gonna happen. I was telling everybody what was gonna happen. Like, I listened to this song. It's called Girl Like Me by Jasmine Sullivan. I love Jasmine Sullivan now, but it was a very bad song to sing. And then I played the role as the girl in the song, like the one that no one would ever, stick around with. I played that role very well. Like, I'm telling you, this man will be asking me, let's hang out, and we'll hang out, and he'll be hugging up on me, laying on me, all stuff like that. And here I am singing the song, no hope for a girl like me, how come they'll be winning? And he's being lovey, like, and I'm crying. I'm telling y'all, like, tears just dropping on my eyes as I sing the song. He's like, are you okay? Like, you good? Like, what's wrong? Like, why are you crying? Yeah, we hadn't even broken up yet, but I was already the point of being that. Like, I had already internalized that being my situation. Me, him, I ended up like leaving him on red for like 3 whole days, because I already like internalized it. Like, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a step ahead and just go ahead and already act like we're broken up. So 3 days later, after that, he broke up with me. He was like, oh, I can't do this no more. Like, first he told me it was because of his mom. Me and his mom had a lot of issues at that moment. And he was like, I just want to get in a better relationship with her, because our relationship has ruined my relationship with her because there was so much going on. So I was like, damn, okay, all right. So we broke up. We still was talking after that. But that was September 3rd. October 3rd is when we had broke up completely. Like, I was on a cruise for my birthday in September, and we was on the phone every night, every day, all day, every day. I was ducking dudes on a cruise because I was like, I got a man, but even though I didn't have a man at the time. But I kind of proved myself that he was going to leave me. Like, I proved to myself that I'll keep getting abandoned, because that was my thought process. So we're off the cruise. I'm off the cruise. He's like dwindling down with his messages. Like, he's not talking to me as much. And I made a whole play where I was like, stop, don't leave me on. Like, you say we were breaking up, but you keep talking to me like you want to be together. So either just like stop talking to me now, or just like be back with me. I don't understand. So then he was like, he put like this, and then he was telling me something, and I was like, you know what, just block me. And well, I think that's what he did. I don't know if he blocked me per se. He was just like, okay. But I don't know if he blocked me. I just never texted him again, so I wouldn't know. But yeah. And that's when my heartbreak started. So boom, fast forward to like November, no, the end of October. I had found out about the law of assumption. I've always known about the law of attraction since I was a kid. Like, I'll tell you, I was able to attract anything I've ever wanted in my life. But the law of assumption is so much better than the law of attraction. I don't care what you tell me. Like, if you try to tell me that it's better, that law of attraction is better than the law of assumption, we cannot be friends. I mean, never. I'm lying. You can do your own thing. But me personally, this is what worked for me. So that's what I'm saying from my experience. But I found out about the law of assumption because I was doing spells that I had did on my ex, and to this day my ex is completely obsessed. And we broke up in 2021 too. We broke up in April of 2021, and he's still obsessed to this day. So I was doing the same spells on him that I was doing on my new man. So I'm looking for the spells. Like, I'm trying to go back and look for the spells. And then they was like, how to manifest law of assumption. And I was like, law of assumption? What the fuck? Let me read up on this. So I studied. It took me so long to figure out that, dang, I was the one who did this. Like, I did this myself. Like, I manifested. Like, it was my thought process all day. I assumed it. I became it. That became one with me. That's who I became, was the broken heart girl who was broken up with because my man went back to school. And as soon as my man went back to school, I got broken up with. Like, it was all because of me. And I tried to blame him, but it wasn't him. Like, it's me. I am the projection of my world. The mirror, the person in the mirror don't smile until I smile. Like, so I was shocked. And in learning about it, I was like, dang, like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get it back. Like, it's gonna be no problem. I started telling everybody about the law of assumption. I started manifesting. I started listening to sleep tapes, all that good stuff. Like, I was on it hard, but it didn't click for me yet, because I knew about it. I learned about it, but it didn't click for me to where, so that I wasn't so desperate on trying to get him back. Like, any time I opened my phone, I was looking for a text message from him. Like, anytime I on my phone, I didn't see something from him, I would cry. Anytime I went on my TikTok and I didn't see him up in my profile views, I would cry. And this is me not internalizing the being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was able to internalize the breakup, but not internalize being back with him. So, yeah. At the point where I was at that moment, it was like I was manifesting. I was doing all the necessities, or the necessary tactics or strategies, but I wasn't internalizing that, and that was the part I went wrong. That's why it took me so long, because I wasn't internalizing that part of me. So yeah, I was doing affirmations, I was doing sleep tapes, I was scripting, I was doing all this stuff, I was imagining, but anytime I didn't see the proof, I was spiraling. And I think that really messed me up, because I was I was affirming and then complaining that it didn't happen. If I had a car, would I be crying about not having a car? Why not? Because I had the car. So it's kind of, how am I saying I'm in a relationship and then crying about not being in a relationship? That's what I went wrong. So, boom. I'm learning all this stuff. I'm still crying. But let me tell y'all something I did internalize. I internalized this obsession with me. Like, I did not internalize being in a relationship, but I did internalize this obsession, because I thought he was so obsessed with me. Like, I knew for a fact he was so obsessed with me. Like, it was undeniable. And I'm telling you, it came up every time. Like, every time I open my TikTok, he's watching. Every time I go to my Instagram story, he made a fake account to watch me. Like, this was stuff that was happening, like, all day, every day. And I claimed that, but I was like still like we're not in a relationship. Like when he leading me on, like he's watching me but don't text me, or he's watching me and don't want to be with me. These are things that was happening, and I complained about, and it just kept showing, it kept proving itself to me. Good with manifestation, to where as though that I did. I got him to text me. We supposed to spend Thanksgiving together. It didn't go correctly, and then we came into the new year together, but I cried that same night because he didn't ask me to be his girlfriend. So like I was being put in those positions because it's like, having you doing good, but as soon as I didn't get what I wanted, I went back, which was also a huge problem. So so at this point, we're in like February. He asked me to be his Valentine. Again, no girlfriend. I cried, spiraled. We ended up not spending Valentine's together. Like I was his Valentine, but we didn't spend it together because he ended up like taking his mom and his sister out, and then I ended up going with my best friend. Like we didn't spend that time together, and that was again because I spiraled because not enough things was happening at my timing, and I spiraled. So now we're gonna go to May. We're gonna go to May, his graduation. From February, around February to May, we was not speaking. We didn't speak at all those months at all. But we did talk in May, in which he said something about how good I looked for prom, or he was like interacting with my page about my prom, and then me and him ended up talking because he had graduation and stuff like that. So we ended up speaking, and then I was moving out to Mexico. And my dribble died, and I texted him, and he didn't reply to me, but we had just talked the day before on the phone while I was at a hotel driving down to Mexico. So I was trying to find out like why. He wanted me at his graduation, but I couldn't be there because I was on the way to Mexico. And that showed me that he was, obsessed, because why would you want me at your graduation? You don't want to be with me, like. But yeah, I didn't take it as you want to be with me. I was just like, he's obsessed. So that was something that I kind of like got used to. It's like, he's obsessed, like that's why he's doing this. And I texted about my dribble dying on the way to Mexico. He never answered, so we just didn't speak up until September, in which I was supposed to go to America to celebrate for my birthday and get my car, and then we spent my birthday together. No, not my exact birthday, but we spent my birthday, like we celebrated my birthday together. So we saw each other for my birthday. I was supposed to go out to a party with him the day that we left to go back to Mexico. But we got back to Mexico, whatever, at this point. We're back in Mexico, me and him still not talking. But then he texted me, and we started getting on the phone every day, and I started getting excited, like, he wanna be with me. And I'm telling you, this whole time I was running manifestation. Like, I was crying some days, but for the most part, the crying dwindled down. Like, I did not cry as much. Like, I was like, I'm good with it and I'm good without it. Like, I'm cool. I didn't see him on a pedestal anymore. Instead it was me up there. Like, if he gets to be with me, he's lucky. What am I talking about? So at this point, we're talking more, and we're talking about when I come back to Atlanta in October. We was gonna hang out and all stuff like that. We are gonna spend Halloween together. We are gonna do matching costumes, but we weren't together. But I didn't say that anymore. I stopped saying that we weren't together, or that he was like not giving me what I wanted or what I needed. I was just like, he wanna do couple stuff, like we're a couple. So in October, I came back to America, and we stayed for a long time. In October, I met his friend that he talked about all the time. I guess they work together. But I saw him all the time, talk about him all the time, and I finally met him. And the dude, like, my husband was off shrooms at the time, and I went to the guy's house or whatever. I'm gonna tell you how funny manifestation works. It's not logical at all. I'm telling you, take the logic out of manifestation. So the night that I was invited, me and him was supposed to hang out that day, and it fell through. Like, he never like, nah, like I don't think I can hang out no more. I'm supposed to be doing this, that, and the third. So I blocked him. My mom's like, Heaven, unblock him right now. Heaven, unblock him right now. I'm like, why? Unblock him, unblock him. I'm telling you, this is my mom. Unblock him, unblock him. As soon as I hit the unblock button, a call came through from him. Like, he was calling me as I was unblocking him. So she's like, answer. So I answered. What? Like, what you want? I know we wasn't able to see each other earlier today, but like, I'm at my homie house right now. He closer to you than I was to you at that time. Would you want to come over? Like, he's down for us all to hang. I'm like, why the hell would I do that? Like, who the freak want to go to your friend's house? I've never even been to that man's house before. Like, what the hell? So my mom like, I'm laying on my mom. I'm joking with my mom. I'm making fun of my mom. I'm doing all this with my mom. So at the point, she annoyed. She like, having just go. Like, go get dressed. Go. I don't care. Go. And at this point, it's like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, leave the house. 11 o'clock at night? Girl, please. She's like, go. Just go. So I'm like, okay. So I get dressed and I go. When I got to his house, my husband came and got downstairs to get me. And we walked upstairs. I met his friend. I sat on the couch, and his friend get into this whole interrogation about why we broke up. So me feeling like it's not his business, Marquis starts spilling. So I'm like, that's what we doing? So I start spilling. I'm like, this is why we broke up. This is what he did to me during the relationship. And Marquis like, and that's what she did to me during the relationship. This is why we broke up. And then we get to like, even after the breakup, I'm like, he was leading me on, like I couldn't do it no more. So I told him to block me, like I'm done talking. And he was like, and I didn't even want to block her. I didn't even want to do none of that stuff. It's just like she kept pushing me out, and I just ended up having to go. So like, we both spilling our beans or whatever. And then he ends, the friend ends off the conversation with like, well, like, do you want to be together? And I'm not saying that. I'm looking at him, and he's just like, I'm like, do you see this? Like, what do you mean? Like, why you look confused? Like, why you look like you don't know? I don't like that. So I'm like, all right, babe. And the friend go, I'm gonna give y'all some time to talk. And he goes into the other room, and I looked at him, and he was like, would you be mad if I said that I didn't want to be with you? I said, not at all. I picked up my stuff and I left. When I tell you I left so fast, I picked up my stuff and left. I went out to my car, and when I got to my car, I just burst out crying. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, ugly, slob, snot, all that stuff, crying in the front seat. And like, cause I was truly hurt. Like, I was like, bro, like, why not me? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, so I came together, and I was like, wrong with me? This ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, this don't got nothing to do with me. Nothing's wrong with me. So I was like, I'm gonna call him out here, let him know, like, I'm that girl. So I FaceTime him. I'm like, come outside. And he was like, why? Like, he was nervous. He thought I was gonna get him jumped or something. So I'm like, come outside. He's like, why? I'm like, I just want to talk to you. Like, come outside real quick so I can go. Like, I just want to talk to you. So he comes outside, and he's like looking everywhere. Like, I'm like, nobody's out here. Like, how fast you think I can get somebody out here? Cause I guess he thought that I was, you know, that girl, and I had some dudes on speed dial, and I was gonna get him jumped. But no, I'm like, come here. I'm like, come here. I'm ushering him over to the car, so I'm still like, you know, tearing up a little bit. I'm like, I don't understand the reason that you speak to me, why you talk to me, why you flirt with me if you don't want to be with me. He said, who said I didn't want to be with you? I'm like, that's what you basically just said up there. Like, you look confused. He was like, no, I'm not saying that. I was like, I don't care anymore. Like, forget it. And me and him talking, and he like, I never said I didn't want to be with you. Like, that's not how I feel at all. So the conversation ended up like him not saying that he wanted to be with me, but him not saying he didn't. Like, he was not saying like, yeah, I want to be with you. But he was like, I love you, Heaven. Like, I do. Like, I really do. And then he hugged me. And then he just stopped me a high. Like, so, I get my car, and he's like, when I get my car, I'm gonna do this to you, like this to you, like I'm gonna put your name right here, like I'm gonna set up your whole princess side. And I'm like, what are you doing all that for? Like, you act like you don't want me, so why are you doing all that? But I ain't say nothing. I was just like, yeah, you sure are, like right there, right there, right there, right there. And I was like, okay, well, I gotta go, like I'm gonna go home. And then I was driving on the highway, and he called me, and I'm like, he was like, I told him to be on the phone. And I'm just like, okay, let's be on the phone. So after that day, everything did like a full 180. Like, I'm telling you, everything. Like, he was top notch. He was doing everything correct. Like, nothing wrong. Taking me out, talking, loving, caring, all that stuff, buying stuff. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, everything did a full 180. And then December 1st, he asked me to be his girlfriend. They made it up Target. So it was history from there. Like, he was coming over my house before that. Like, he was spending the night. Like, his first time ever spending the night. I was coming over his house like that, and we wasn't dating. And then he bust out the question, and then we was dating, and I was so happy. And I was like, that really just killed it like that. So also, I got videos from my breakup, and I was just like, y'all invited to my wedding on April 4th, 2024, with me and Marquise. Like, let me know if y'all want to come. Like, I'm sending out my invitations. I got video. I can literally prove to y'all. I have a video doing all that, and it was literally before we even start talking again. Like, we was in no contact at that time. But yeah, he proposed to me, and we got married on April 4th, 2024. Crazy, right? Crazy. I internalized that. Like, I knew I was gonna be a wife on April 4th, 2024, and that's exactly what happened. I was a wife April 4th, 2024. So yeah, that's what I did. So we're married now, guys, and yeah, my next manifestation is like $1 gazillion and a baby. I'll be so happy. But yeah, y'all, so that's like, oh, and I manifested him in Mexico with me too, guys, but that's like for another time. Like, that's a story for another time. But yeah, I'm so happy with my manifestation. I'm so happy that I found out about love assumption. I just really had to learn to internalize the person that's already having it, and not be the person that's just wanting it. Because everything, if I put everything on a pedestal, I make myself not look so important. But I am the glitter that gold, the gold that glitters. I am her. I am that girl. Like, I'm the most important thing in this universe. And I just had to, internalize that. And that's what happened for me. So there's so much more to come, guys. I'm so happy I found the law of assumption. Sammy Ingram changed my life. Hyler changed my life. Indigo changed my freaking life. I love her. It's Indigo, Hyler, Sammy. They changed my freaking life, and I love them forever. But so glad I found them, because if I didn't, I don't know where I would be right now. I don't know where my thought process would be at right now. And I'm just happy. But I hope y'all liked today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below more manifestation stories that you want. I've manifested cars, houses, moving, my husband moving here, and so much more. Like, so much more. So if y'all want to know more about that, please let me know. I do plan on doing a manifestation FaceTimes. If y'all do want to see that, it'll probably be on my other account, unless y'all want to see it here. I might do it here too. But manifestation FaceTime is basically where whatever your desire is, I will act like I'm on the phone talking to you about it, so that it feels realistic to you. So let me know what y'all think about that, and I'll see y'all next time.